Hi, everybody. I'm here to help explain how to do your defense mechanisms cartoon example. My A-Day students actually had a chance to do this, or at least get started on it already. So as part of your snow day today, I'd like you to finish that up because I'm going to cut any other class work time I would have otherwise devoted to it. My B-Day students had not received this worksheet, so I apologize for that. If you do have access to a printer at home, you can always print your own copy of this. It's linked up in the resources here in Canvas. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. But the document that's going to be loading here gives you a space to draw in your own cartoons. So like comic strips that illustrate 7 different defense mechanisms. So do notice that there's 2 sides to it. So we're looking for 7 of these. I excluded repression because you've encountered that during other units. If you don't have access to a printer, you're more than welcome to do this on your own sheet of paper. It does not take anything fancy to make this work. Like you don't even really need boxes. We just need each of these things illustrated. And in order to do the exercise, what you want to do is you want to use, pick some sort of like ego-threatening event that would require activation of someone's defense mechanism. So someone's going to be confronted with a reality that might be kind of threatening to their sense of self or their sense of competence. So I'm going to show you an example that I have linked up here for you in Canvas. That's one that I created in part because this lowers the bar on any particular art skill that you think you need to have in order to do this. Because look, if you learn nothing else from me this year, it's that stick people are a perfectly acceptable medium for illustrating most things. And you don't even have to use up all the boxes on this thing. So you want to pick some sort of ego-threatening event and use that for each thing. So for example, I drew in mind, look, oh no, stick figure Steve is breaking up with stick figure Susan. Oh, like the tragedy of that. And on the week of Valentine's Day, no less. Blah. Like, how is she going to cope with the potentially ego-threatening reality that this person that she loved and cared about doesn't love her back? That is sad. Okay, so like when we're coping with these kinds of things, the idea is in defense mechanisms, we get to kind of alter reality or alter what we're focusing on in order to help ourselves deal with this potential problem. So in regression, she's pouting in a corner. In reaction formation, she says that she's really glad that they broke up. Like, seems like that might not be true, but okay. So look, how it plays out after that looks different from defense mechanism to defense mechanism, but it's always the same problem at the start. She's just choosing different ways of coping with it. So you do want to pay attention to page 561 in your textbook as you're completing this, because there's a nice table there for you to view examples of what these defense mechanisms are. And when you're completed with that, you will also notice in this snow day notes or task list that I've given you for today, finishing this up, so doing the cartoons exercise, be a great way to do some drawing and consolidate your learning from module 55. I also want you to try out these practice items on identifying different defense mechanisms. So it's going to give you a list of different potential scenarios where someone may be defending against some like threatening idea, and you just got to identify which of the choices up here. It's kind of a matching exercise, but which of the choices seems to best describe that defense mechanism. So no real notes unless you want to use them. I did post beneath some of these in the resources, a video where I explain each defense mechanism, but that's optional for your viewing. Some people do just fine from their textbook, and I'm actually not planning on lecturing on this material in class. I usually just do this through exercises, but especially since we're not together today, if you do want to follow up and like take a look at some notes examples of that, you're certainly welcome to. So I hope this helps, and enjoy your snow day.